So, hey everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I wanted to get on here just to really just check in with you, let you know that I'm doing fine. I'm here in Los Angeles, and as you know, the wildfires are out of control in a portion of Los Angeles. And there are just a few things I want to bring up. Mainly, I just wanted to, like I said, let friends and family know that we're doing fine. We're doing okay. We're just keeping our eye on things to make sure that we don't end up in the wrong areas at the wrong time. One thing to keep in mind is sometimes, um, the news can really, over exaggerate things. I think LA is huge, first of all, and the fires that are happening are in just one section of the entire metropolitan area. So we've got Pacific Palisades, Altadena, Pasadena, parts of Santa Monica, and parts of Malibu. As far as I know right now, I can't think of any other areas, but LA is big. So, really only a segment of the population is being directly affected. Now, for the rest of us, um, we're just really trying to keep our eye on things. I would say the first impact that I did notice for the rest of us is the smoke. The first day that all of this took place, I was sitting near a window, and the wind was really strong, but the air was that was coming in was pretty pretty clear. And at one point, all of a sudden, it just through this one window, the whole kitchen and den got filled up with smoke, and just like that. So I jumped up and closed the windows, and I'm someone who's very sensitive to smoke. I tend to have a lot of allergies. Sometimes you can hear it in my voice when I'm talking, and it's definitely affecting me now. The smoke can tend to make me feel very nauseated, and that has gone away, but I still have to clear my throat a lot, and my eyes have been really bugging me. So that's the downside of being exposed to smoke all the time in this area right now. And as this goes on, I'm sure other areas will be affected as well. So that's just something to think about. One of the things I truly dislike about what's going on right now is that everything about this fire, about this entire situation, has just been politicized. It's just turned into a political fight now. I'm not saying that our officials couldn't have managed our resources here better in terms of water. You know, after the past couple of years, we've had lots of rain, so there's lots of brush and foliage. We could have done a lot of things to mitigate all of the um, fire fuel, which is what that is, but we didn't. And so now we're here, and the fires are barely contained, and lots of people are out of homes. And I really think that's the most important thing that we should be focused on is whether we're dealing with a population of very rich people, people who worked hard and managed to get into a nice neighborhood, or whatever the case. These people are faced losses, and all I really see as far as commentary is, well, you have the money, you can rebuild. It's Gavin Newsom's fault. It's Karen Bass's fault. When there are so many moving parts to this that, I don't know if we can really point to any one person to take the blame. I could be wrong, and we'll see in the days to come. However, I just think that people have lost their homes, they've lost their neighborhoods. In some cases, even schools are gone. So I think a lot of people probably are in shock right now and are thinking about getting back to their neighborhoods and rebuilding. That's an effort that's going to take a really long time. Many people found themselves uninsured shortly before the fire, and even if they are insured, they may not get the results that they want when it's time to collect insurance money. So I think a lot of Californians are going to have to rethink things. We live in a different time. Our climate has definitely changed. I think more so our population has changed. We have so many people that have moved here, and as vast and beautiful and wide open as California is, it can only take so much. I think a lot of the real estate that I would consider prime real estate was already built probably by the 1950s, 1960s, built on land that isn't flood prone, um, fire, fire, high fire risk. So the newer developments, some of the homes built on mountain sides, other areas where it's just a little bit more remote, are not as stable, and we're finding that out. So developers have a responsibility. I will blame some of the developers for developing in some of these areas that I just wouldn't consider prime real estate when it comes to building homes. So, as I said before, there's plenty of blame to go around, but right now people have been facing loss. And some of those people, no matter how much money they have or had, they're not going to be able to rebuild once they count up the costs. They really sit down and think, does this make sense? So I don't know what will happen to these areas. What I really hope is that these areas won't transform into housing developments that are high density, where you have buildings with multiple units. That's not going to help. That's not going to solve the problem that we just faced here. So I would say pray for Los Angeles. I know a lot of people really hate California for whatever reason. I'm not really sure what that is, but we're just like anyone else. I grew up here. I'm just very used to being here. I moved away for a while, but I missed it, so I came back, and I'm so glad I did. We all have a lot to contend with here. Some of us, I don't know anyone personally, but I do know of people that have lost their homes, and it's just devastating. It's hard to watch, and I would say just pray for California and hope that nothing nearly this devastating comes to your area for any reason whatsoever. So take care, and I hope that this video finds you well.